Zane, what appointment do you have after this?
I have my gyna. What's gyna?
Gyno.
My gyna.
Gyna. I
He tried.
Your gyna for your vagina?
my chiropractor appointment.
Oh, just to get everything aligned.
I never know when he says chiropractor if it's a masseuse or an actual chiropractor.
No, it's an actual chiropractor.
Okay.
An actual one. My back is still messed up.
Oh, yeah, you were rocking a cane this past weekend.
Yeah. It's it just sucks because it's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Like that really stresses me out.
It's also more to worry about. Usually, like back pain will not go away, but you'll see like improvement.
Yeah.
After you feel it, right?
Exactly.
And the fact that yours isn't getting any better is weird because
Yeah.
mine was really bad for like a few days, and my back is like pretty much back to normal.
Yeah. Oh, it's back to normal now.
But the only thing is, I was getting into my car yesterday, and I dipped like my head, and I put a kink in my neck, so now like turning.
Ooh.
Is like electricity through the center of my neck.
So you have to just like rotate your whole body
Yeah.
whenever
it's happening a little too early in my life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
feel
mean?
stressed at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
But I don't think that comes with lower back pain. I think it's more neck pain.
A lot of things can be stress induced.
So
True.
there's this, Mike told me about it because there's a book that came out, I think in the early 2000s. It's called like Heal Your Back Pain. I wish I had the exact name of it.
I'll start reading.
But they,
Saint's first book.
I'll read.
there is like this approach that they have towards back pain where they do think a lot of it is stress induced and that your body is trying to find a place to like put the stress and it ends up manifesting in the back. And they noticed that in the 80s and 90s, back pain wasn't as
Common?
the common symptoms of stress were ulcers, stomach ulcers, and people realized that stomach ulcers were coming from stress. And now people are mindful that stress can cause stomach ulcers. Once again, this is all of woo-woo talking about what the brain is
I don't know, man,
capable
because
of.
I remember he talking about all these stomach ulcers you would have, no?
Maybe that's where I was carrying my stress.
Yeah.
Right.
Me back, you stomach.
But 80s and 90s ulcers were such a big thing, and now it's all about lower back pain in terms of a lot of people having it, and they think that maybe this is a lot of it's the way the brain works when why placebos work on people.
It's like when some people hold their stress in their shoulders, like
Yes.
that could affect your alignment and everything. Like my stress is, unfortunately, I'm freaking 30 years old, acne still. Like I know when I'm stressed when my face starts breaking out. Yeah.
No way.
Because I don't change my skincare. I don't touch like nothing. And I'm like, I'm stressed. I can feel myself.
You must not be stressed right now. You look
think
glowing.
so?
You look your face. Glass.
But I will say when I do go to like my chiropractor and he's like working on my back, he'll be like, ooh, you carry your stress here. Like there's certain areas where different people, like some people are like more in the upper back, like on the shoulder blade area or things like that.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting point though. I do think that's
I
true.
think I used to carry it in my neck and then it traveled its way to my lower back.
Pain is mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad and my brother both have like pretty iffy lower backs too. So maybe it's like with through family and also stress, like tied in, you know?
I think it might be, yeah.
You guys been through a lot, so I
We've
think
been through a lot.
I think so.
But to answer your question, Matt, yes, that is what I'm doing right after this episode. And I'm very excited because I got recommended to him by a friend, and he told me that he is a freaking spiritual healer.
Good.
So I just hope that I don't show up and he's just like waving his hands over my body. That would drive.
He pulls out sage.
I would.
And he's just doing circles around you.
Because he's expensive.
Say he charges you $5,000, but he doesn't touch your back. He's just like blowing smoke around you.
Like your chakras all in line.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
But the name of the book, and I think you can also just like read like more of a highlight. You don't have to read the whole book. It's called Mind Over Back Pain, a radically new approach to the diagnosis and treatment of back pain by John Sarno. So I don't know. That's
Ryan
just
knows what she's getting me for my birthday.
There's a little bit of a
Come on,
study
man.
that this guy has. Because back. It's crazy how many people even get back surgeries and it still doesn't work and they're still in pain. They think that there might be something with
Getting
our
a
mind.
back surgery sounds
Terrifying.
stressful. Yeah,
Terrifying.
I'd rather get brain surgery. Don't touch my back. I don't want it to be
I don't
worse.
know why, but I've always had this fear instilled in me since I was a child that like you can just easily get paralyzed. Like any wrong little thing of your back,
Oh yeah.
And it's just been a huge fear of mine.
It's your foundation, like your
central nervous system,
to your
man.
hip. Yeah,
all of it.
That's scary.
It relates
That's what
to
scares
everything.
me. Is that, like, it is so important, and with the amount of pain I feel
every
day, I just hope that I'm not like one of those 45, 50-year-olds that like just can't walk anymore.
When you go into the chiropractor, though, do you hear the cracks? Like when
no, I do. I can never
like,
I can never crack it myself. Not once have I ever been able to crack something except for my knuckles. But when I go to a chiropractor, I get everything cracked.
So my guy that I go to, he says a lot of that is just for like Instagram, for show, people doing like the loud, aggressive cracking and things like that. It's just like there's no point to it. When he does mine, it'll be very subtle. And also, he's not like going in and like bam and like slamming things like that. he like grabs like the back of your head and like will ease you down like and roll your back and like kind of do this going down.
Who he's talking about, he's really good too. He's just really far.
Yeah.
Like it's a drive to get to him. So I'm like, I'll go to someone.
Yeah,
closer.
I went to him once to get my arm checked out from working so hard.
Is it right the neck?
Like, no, it's my arm.
Oh, your arm.
Yeah, just from editing and stuff. But it's my like forearm. And I noticed I use my middle finger to edit the most, and you can see that muscle moving when I move my middle finger. So I told him, and he was like, yeah, that makes sense because this is connected. He didn't even touch this part. He just grabbed my middle finger and like literally wiggled it into place. I'm like, I'm cured. Literally, I was cured.
Can you do that one more time for me?
But he really like realigned it because everything's connected.
Yeah, damn. Our bodies, man.
They're incredible.
Who would have thought?
Well, let's hop into it.
Exactly.
Let's do it,
baby. It's coffee time, baby. I almost forgot where I was supposed to start. Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
I'm Mariah.
And we are Unfiltered. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. You're here again. We love you so much. Stay graceful.
Good. Amen.
I looked up someone sent me this TikTok with like what you should name your baby, and it was like 2 slides, not a lot of names, maybe 15 names per slide.
What?
And one of them was my name, and I was so flattered. And it said the meaning behind each name. I didn't even know this was the meaning.
What does it mean?
I thought mine meant the highest, but this was also TikTok. I should look it up, but. The meaning of my name was Beauty and Grace.
Oh, of course.
Beauty and Grace. Of course it is.
Beauty and Grace.
Zane.
Let's see.
Type in Arabic because that's
beautiful or handsome.
Oh, yeah. No, it does mean
God is
Arabic.
Gracious.
Okay, so it's like kind of all mixed together, huh? Because God is the highest.
Some English surname. Zane may have originated as a Middle English nickname for someone with curly hair.
Oh, there you go.
Large snaggletooth.
I always say,
whoa,
Shut up.
that is interesting.
That is interesting.
Zane.
I think if I had a son, I think I would name him Zane because it's such a like uncommon name.
You want to have a Zane Jr.?
You know how like fathers would name their kids after them? I think I might do that.
of course.
You gotta do your full name.
Zane.
Ahmed Hijazi Jr.
Oh, yeah. You got to
So
pass
that he's
down.
junior.
You have to do first and middle.
Like my dad and my brother have the same exact name.
Oh no, the full like middle name too.
Nicholas Joseph Amato Sr., Nicholas Joseph Amato Jr.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is the 4th.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Philip Theodore Flack, the 4th.
But the pressure of that, once it gets to like 4, if you don't carry that down, you are an asshole.
Yeah. You
If
have
it
to.
ends
You
with-
have to.
Yeah.
I think Zane could be carried down because it is like such an uncommon name. So like I
Yeah.
think it's easy to pass.
I've never met anybody who's been like the 18th or like I guess I don't even know how many generations that does go back, but like it's always like the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. But if you're like
My kid's
16th.
put an IV.
Yeah.
That's going to be official in the name.
that's the 4th.
As the 4th. Like
Yeah.
that's going to be on the birth certificate for sure.
Does it go on the birth certificate when you pass the name down?
I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it would be like Zane Ahmed Hijazi Jr.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean it's your
When
you
it-
put
when it
that
gets
in
to
when you
3,
book a flight.
So
You're
when it gets
usually
to
putting
3, it goes to the 3rd. It would be
Yes.
like senior, junior, the 3rd.
the origin of it's senior,
Right.
and then it's
Junior.
junior, and then I don't
I
know
thought
if
it
you're the
was junior,
first or
junior.
does then does the senior become the first and then the other one's the second
they're still
and then
alive.
it becomes the 3rd.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like, would Nick Jr. is
Nick
that where I play too, like?
No, my kid's not
How do I
no
word
junior.
that?
I don't like
Killing me.
junior. I want the second.
Just
I'm the first Zane in my family.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So my kid's gonna be Zane the second. Oh, I'm gonna get that Instagram handle, Mariah. Look at Instagram handle, Zane the second.
the Zane second.
At Zane the second, because I'm the first.
Okay, here it is. So, when naming a child after a parent, the system typically follows this pattern. Senior and junior, the original person with the name is referred to as senior, and they name their kid after themselves. The child then takes the name and it's called junior. The third, if the junior has a child and gives the child the same name, the child would be called the third. The numbering starts the second person to carry the name. So the first person, the parent, is simply their name without any first or senior unless their child is given the same name.
Right.
Yeah, Zane Hijazi.
So the first is the original, usually without a number. The second is junior, and the third is the third.
Okay.
So,
Weird.
yeah. And the fourth would be
I just
the
think
fourth.
junior, like the second sounds so much cooler than junior.
Second of the name.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just like it because it's Game of Thrones coded.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Zane the second sounds so like Thor.
Yeah.
Your
I love it.
Neptune.
I like
your
it.
son is Zane the Great. It's just like
Zane the
Yeah,
Grace.
did Alexander the Great earn the Great? Or was he
It was
just going
given.
around going,
It was
it's
given.
Alexander the Great,
It was-
remember the name.
It was
or,
given for sure. I think
Yeah.
it's by the people. You know, the people is who make the.
Right.
you know Alexander. You're like, oh, Alexander the blacksmith. No.
Alexander
Great.
the Great. He was just here. Oh my gosh. He like
He walked through.
He etched in this tablet for me. I got his signature. Like, oh my God. Alexander.
Right, they all do look like me. All the older, like, what do you call them?
I
Like,
love when people
gods?
today gods.
Ancient men, people who were sculpted.
Yeah,
Yes.
we all have the same nose, the same chin.
I love seeing people today that have like ancient Roman faces and builds.
Oh yeah.
It's so cool. Like they'll have like that
Yeah.
hair. It's really crazy.
There's honestly, I know a couple TikTokers that I've seen where they look just like ancient Rome.
yeah.
yeah,
like
they,
big
they'll
TikTokers.
do like the
twins?
effect transformation, and then it's like, yeah.
I was talking about do you know the twins I'm talking about? The curly headed twins. I don't know their names at
Men
all.
or female?
Men.
Okay.
They look like ancient sculptures.
Fascinating.
Compliment though, so don't take that the wrong way.
Oh, massively.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash.
So that means you can run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and you can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks.
Exactly. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured.
And if one of your players leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup. Plus, Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today.
Prize Picks even invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit.
And if you want to play Prize Picks alongside Drewski, Joe Budden, and MMA champ Sean O'Malley, you can now find community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the Prize Picks community each week.
That's right. Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes.
If you sign up today, you're going to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
So join the action today, baby. Download the app and use code UNFILTERED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
One more time so you don't forget it. Download the app today and use code UNFILTERED to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, run your game, baby. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you.
How has y'all's week been?
I've been at home just like recovering from I can't work out or nothing, so I'm just that's
the
what
back.
I've all been doing. But the last time we went out, we all went out at the same time.
We sure did.
To Vuvi. Voivoi.
Vuv.
The Polo Classic.
Yeah.
My first polo match I think I've ever seen.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I was such a noob when I was there because I looked at like the roster. They had like the teams listed on there like version of their jumbotron or scoreboard, and I was like, "Oh, it's a co-ed match. There's male and female." And this woman looked at me. She goes, "They're all male and female. You're thinking of water polo." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I just didn't know."
You didn't know.
You're also trying to start an innocent conversation.
You were making an observation that you wanted to turn into a conversation. That's all.
Like, relax.
I do that. I do that sometimes too. I'll say something without like knowing, like I do on this podcast every time, and just for them to kind of correct me. I don't know. It just starts a conversation.
Yeah, it does. Okay, what was you guys' thoughts on polo? Because I came out with a total different mindset after watching a round. It was like a game.
It was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah,
I just hoped it looked like the horses were having a good time.
Great
but
time.
I was very curious. Do the horses know the other horses are not on their team, or are they just going wherever?
Like, do they know we're
goes?
chasing the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated if a horse can just be like, "No, bitch."
I really think it's the players steering the horses.
I think they're just listening to commands.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think that's a lot of what it was. It kind of looked. I didn't realize how much skill where they can like scoop it up with their, their mallet.
Is it pretty much
like bouncing
It's
it?
pretty much lacrosse, but on a horse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Quidditch.
But I will say, okay, I might get some hate for this.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was going to be more, not skillful.
Medieval times?
No, I guess anticipating more soccer-like plays where it's like you've got a horse going this way and we're crossing, we're passing the ball. It didn't feel very like set up plays or things like that.
That's really tough.
It to me but like every sport though, you would have like a defense and offense. You're setting up plays, you're crossing it, like you're whatever. It looked like to me more like little league soccer,
like a free for all where they're just going where the ball's.
It looked like a free for all where like. All of a sudden, all the horses are coming this way chasing the ball. Then it was like back the other way. Everybody's and it was like, it seemed more like kids running at like, there wasn't people on the field in different positions.
Yeah, there's no coach with like a headphone on who's just like, we gotta run this play, guys.
Right. Still very, very skillful sport. Like I could never ride a horse that well, let alone hit a ball while doing it. But in my head, I thought it was going to be.
Because without horses, it is a very easy sport. But the fact there are horses that you have to command while trying to get the ball
No,
makes
it's insane. Like
I never knew how like small polo horses are. They're like a smaller version of like your normal horse. It's not like we're doing like full equestrian stuff. And they have tons of horses on the side. So after that horse gets tired out, they're like, all right, give me another one.
Every point they put them down. After every goal scored,
they down, meaning let them rest. Oh wait.
No, that's why there's all the horses. They
just being euthanized in the back, just like you had a good ride.
I loved the best pony award at the end.
Oh, they did that. I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that
so cute.
It was really cute.
That was so sweet.
Do you think there's like horse drama where if a horse sees that like other horses are playing the whole time, but like one of the horses,
one's starting,
you know what I mean?
They're
It's just
on
like
the
on the
bench.
sideline the whole time. They're just like, why are all these horses running around? But like I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure horses have feelings like that.
They know.
Horses really have like a great
Corinna would never.
collective sense as a group. Like if you ever do like a horse back ride and you're in a line, the front horse's ears will always be forward. The ones in the middle, their ears will always be to the side, and the one in the back has their ears face backwards because they are hearing as a collective group all the sounds around them.
That's so cute.
Which is kind of cool. But during the match, I was like, they got to be all over the place, not paying attention.
Were people placing bets on these horses, or was it just
I
for
think
show?
it would be bets on the teams because betting.
Sorry. That's what I meant. Bets on the team, not bets on the horses. Sorry.
I heard that this was not an official match. This was one of the guys. Nacho was apparently one of the best polo players like in the country and the world. I don't know, but it's like they're all part of the same barn, and they're like, we got hired for an event. It's a scrimmage, I guess, of like a team.
It was really cool to watch, though. Like I really enjoyed it.
Man, to have that money to get into polo matches, like
you see, like Mariah, why didn't they get older people? I want to see the older people playing. That'd have been sick to watch, like the 50, 60-year-olds on those horses.
There was a woman who looked 50 years old.
Oh, really?
Did it also feel like to you it was more of a background sport?
Like you have like some polo on. Oh, right. It's not demanding your attention to watch.
Right. It's not like everybody that was there for them like was like in it, right? It almost felt like where rich people go to just like drink their wine, network, do their thing, hang out, and it's like glance over, yeah, look at the game going on.
Yes.
It felt different.
It's
right?
it's like an attraction happening while the party is
It was
going
like a
on.
like a show almost.
It's the context of the event. I bet if you were at like nationals of the two best polo teams, everyone's kind of like invested.
I'm sure
in the
that'd be a
polo
really
match,
fun thing to
but-
watch. If it was like an actual game and everyone's like sitting there screaming, I would love to see when people are screaming. Like what
getting
moves
into
are
it.
people like, you know what I mean?
But I did watch the guy, he reached up and caught the ball mid-air.
Is that allowed?
Oh,
I
wait,
don't-
you can
but
do
it was
that?
the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh my God, he just caught it. And then he like
Wow.
rode around with it in his hand like this.
He
And I was
knew,
like, that
he
was
knew it was a
sick.
fake game, so he was like, I'm showing
Yeah.
something.
And then he started juggling it.
We did see some hot faces there, right?
Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson.
Right, that was
Suki Waterhouse. Patricia, we were pulling up in the shuttle, and there's all these fancy people getting out.
yeah. I didn't know a single.
And Patricia
thing.
goes, "Oh my gosh, Robert Pattinson." I go, "Haha, very funny, but like keep your voice down because you're in a shuttle with a bunch of random people."
Yeah.
And then she goes, "No, it's really him." And I'm like, "Holy shit, that is him!" And there's Suki.
We were excited over what is his name?
Uh,
Scary Movie 3.
Oh, Simon Rex.
Oh, Simon
Yes.
Simon Rex.
he's so tall. I didn't know he was that tall.
What's crazy is I went to his house for like 6 hours. Do
was
you remember
peeking
that?
Back with
Peeking
like
through the
low
window.
low prioris.
Low
was, like,
Priori
making
was
some-
making like a song with him, and he's like, "Do you want to come with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we sat in his studio for just hours.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And I was like, I guarantee he doesn't remember me, but I wanted to say hi so bad.
I told he is like, you'll be really surprised. He probably remembers exactly who you are. You just got to go up to him. He's not going to go up to you though.
I was too nervous.
Yeah, I know. I was debating going up to him too, telling him how good of a job he did
Yeah.
with Red Rocket because I feel like he's a little bit more approachable than like some people.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what he is, very approachable. Like because you were in such an intimate like setting with him, especially just the three of you.
At his
I would have
house,
went.
me, him, and another guy.
Yeah, you should
That's
have said hi to him.
crazy.
Yeah, if you've been in his house, I think
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
a pretty good icebreaker to be like, I've been over to your place. You probably don't remember, but I was with so and so, and then
Right.
If he was drinking, 100%.
He doesn't remember.
100%
saying
you
me?
would. Yeah, if you were drinking at the party. Simon!
Hey, my man.
You start singing his song.
You remember we did that song and the verse was like,
I feel like it's gonna hit me. I went up to a celebrity recently in these past 2 weeks.
And what was it?
I just remember I was severely disappointed.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I
Never meet your idols.
I'm blanking on.
Oh,
it
Heath,
right
I know
now.
exactly what you're talking about. We can't say it, though. Is that who you told me?
Oh yeah,
that who you're
she
talking
was.
about?
It was pretty disappointing.
Is that the one you're talking about, though?
Maybe that's what it was.
We can't.
No,
We can't.
no.
Not here. Not here.
I'm pretty sure I saw, did you watch Supernatural? Do you remember that show? The
It's
two
like-
guys, the guy had like the medium hair.
Yes.
And then there was the guy with like the short, like spiky hair.
Yeah.
Dean.
Yes.
Weenie weenie. That Dean guy was there.
Oh. Did you say anything?
No.
Oh, Heath, I didn't recognize. You see, I looked up the pictures after.
The guy on the left.
I went to their page,
This
and
is-
then I was like, oh, that's who was there, because I didn't recognize anybody.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Built.
Listen up, renters. Ever feel like you're stuck in this loop of rent payments, just watching your money vanish into thin air? It's time to turn that rent game around and start earning some serious rewards, baby. That's where Built Rewards comes in.
That's right. Built is breaking ground as a neighborhood rewards program that hooks you up with points on your rent. Every month, pay your rent and watch the Built points roll in.
Use points to jet off on a dream vacation. Put your points toward flight or hotel stay with 500 plus airlines and 700,000 plus hotels and properties.
You can also use your points to book fitness studio classes, redeem them toward a future rent payment. They're designed to meet your lifestyle.
Pay rent hassle-free through the Built Rewards app. Your rent game just got a major upgrade, baby. Built points have been consistently ranked the highest value point currency by the Points Guy and Bankrate.
If you're going to be paying your rent and not receiving the benefits of having a mortgage or anything like that, you might as well take advantage and use Built. Get those points and use them for whatever vacation you want coming up. It's a no-brainer.
Exactly. Earn points by paying rent right now when you go to jointbuilt.com/unfiltered.
That's right. That's joinbilt.com/unfiltered.
And make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. jointbuilt.com/unfiltered to start earning points with your rent payments today.
Thank you so much, Built, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
I would love just to be a handsome TV actor.
Right?
What's my line? This. Pay me. I mean, he's a good actor.
You're a
but,
really
like,
good actor. You just don't remember your lines. Oh, that'd be my world. Just like everybody just loves me, but I'm just like, I just don't know my lines. Line.
People say that about Tom Cruise, that he has like a very short attention span, but he's such a good actor. But like,
He needs his lines right to
he
him.
needs his lines like
That's
fed to
fine.
him.
I used to put the craziest shit on my face in high school. I used to just do straight.
What?
Dude, I
Remember in a hot oil.
I would wash my face with Clearasil Zit cream, thinking like that was like a facial cleanser.
Oh,
I thought,
no.
I don't even.
Wait, what's
I know. I think
Like,
back
you
to
know
what I did.
Zit
I used to do
cream? Like,
toothpaste.
Can you
Toothpaste.
type it real quick, Clearasil? I'm trying to
just
get an
like
image of it.
white little zit cream.
Cream
but
to
I
like rub
thought-
on a single.
Oh,
pimple.
no.
But I
Oh.
thought that like prevented zits. This is like I did it for
That's
maybe 2
ter-
months
that's
in middle
terrible.
school, and like I remember like just having this white crust on my face, and I was like, yeah, just like zit cream.
Like Abreva.
Yeah, he's putting it on like sunscreen.
Oh, forget it. I was in my kitchen like a freaking scientist. I had
Concoctions.
egg whites, oats. Like I would just go
Yeah.
you know, like the individual package of oat.
like whole
oatmeal.
oats?
Yeah.
I used to take the oats as like an exfoliator, and I used to do egg whites as like a natural face peel.
Oh, you were in it.
I was in it. I was in it. Olive oil. I used to burn my skin because I used to take lemon. I'm like, this has got to.
Raw lemon, just rubbing it on the face.
Oh no.
I was like, I think I started doing
Lemon
that.
on your
Like,
face is not good,
Oh,
right?
No, all that citrus.
well, I thought it would like kind of bleach my dark spots. I started trying to experiment in like 8th grade, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Oh,
It's better
wow.
to do nothing.
Is egg good for the hair?
People put like eggs in their hair. Yeah.
You know what's really good for your hair? Rosemary oil.
Oh, right.
And we got rosemary. That's
In the garden.
yes, it's thriving in our garden. So I'm gonna try to
If you
make
guys need
our
some
own.
rosemary.
Nice. All this stuff that you do, egg whites in your hair, you just smell like ass.
Yeah, no, literally.
Just
I
smell-
smell like garlic 24/7.
I
It's
smell like
disgusting.
beef.
I smell
But is
like-
it true
I
like
smell like
cucumbers over the
beef.
eyes don't do anything? I just know that from the
Yeah,
princess.
why is that
the
such a
Princess
thing?
Diaries?
I
He's
don't
like, you
think-
want to know the secret about the cucumbers over the
Yeah,
eyes?
where did they
do nothing.
start that? Who was the first person to put like cucumbers on their eyes? Like, did that come from a movie?
Cucumber.
Oh, maybe it was. Well, it does say it's-
hydration. I can see.
but
Helps
maybe
reduce
it's a
redness.
joke in the Princess Diaries. 3rd one's coming out, by the way.
I saw they just announced it.
But I don't know if Julie Andrews is confirmed
Why?
because she's probably old, man. She has to be in her 90s.
You know, then don't make the movie then. You know what I mean?
But
Come up with something
maybe
else.
she's passed because the princess is now becoming the queen. That's probably what it's all about.
If Julie Andrews is alive, she needs to be in the movie. Sorry.
But we make
Come
Dick
out with
Van
another
Dyke,
movie.
like fucking dance around all the time. Like let him chill.
But even if she's in like a 5-minute scene, I don't know.
Yes.
She can do it.
She wasn't in the Return of the Mary Poppins though. But how old is she? Oh, wait, 89. We got to get to filming now. Rolling. Julie, get her in. Sorry, I love Julie Andrews is an icon. But let's rolling. We greenlit it now. Go, go, go.
Queen, look, we did it with Queen Elizabeth. Julie Andrews would love it.
You're right.
Somebody will send this to her. She'll love it.
We get Julie Andrews on the pod.
I think she would. I think we could kill it with her.
You guys just have a marvelous podcast, unfiltered.
Right? You're a big fan of Julie Andrews, no? Yeah.
Sound of Music.
Yeah. You like?
Yeah.
Sound? I've never seen it.
Yeah, we had it on VHS. I used to watch it all the time.
Wow.
But Julie Andrews, that's one of the most devastating things about her was that she had a surgery at one point in her career. But she does sing in the Princess Diaries too, but it's a very like half sing kind of a thing.
They
But-
audit.
Can you imagine that being a singer? Like that is your one fucking thing. And like you go in for one node surgery and they like mess it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what happened to my voice because I used to I used to be a really wonderful singer and like just when I lose my voice, every time I lose my voice, my nodes.
Your
Go down.
nodes. Do you
So
have nodes?
I just can't keep
Patricia
up.
has nodes apparently.
What is
Patricia?
that like a,
It's like nodes on your vocal cords where it's like I want to
Like
call
a
them like
bump?
cis. It's bumps that affect the piping of your tunes. and
I think
stuff.
anybody with a deep because Patricia has a deep voice too. I think we all probably have the same shit.
Yeah, I think it's just like a growth or whatever. Like a growth. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why, like in Pitch Perfect, she's like, I have nodes, and all the girls are like,
is that short for nodule?
probably.
Hmm.
Maybe.
You know what I said jokingly the other day, and it turned out to be really true.
What?
You know the Super 8 cameras, how on the side of it has like it shows like the little meter of feet, right?
How much film
It's
is left?
not like you have 10 seconds left or a minute left. It just goes from like 0 to 50.
Yes.
Because on the roll is 50 feet.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it shows how many feet you have left. That's why it's called footage. It's foot, like how much footage.
Whoa.
And I said that, and they were like, is that true? And I was like, I don't know. I just made it up, but it sounds like right. And I looked it up, and it is. That's
Wow.
what your footage is, how much foot, like how many feet of film you have.
I've never thought about that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Love that.
Just when you
just
figure
makes
it all
sense.
out.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Brooks.
As we guys told you from the last episode, our friends at Brooks sent us the new Glycerin Maxes, and let me tell you, baby, we love these shoes so much.
They're hands down the most comfortable shoe that I've ever put on. The inside just feels like it's hugging your foot when you're running. You're not banging your knees. It allows you to keep running and keep going and not have to deal with the foot pain or frustration or anything like that.
Exactly, baby. Elevate your running journey as you land with maximum softness and spring forward with ultimate ease, baby.
Brooks has an expertly crafted glide roll rocker that features dramatically sculpted bevel and toe spring geometries for an optimal and effortless heel-to-toe transition.
And these shoes are stacked to the max. A boundary pushing amount of DNA tuned helps protect your body from impact and will leave your legs feeling fresh day after day.
You're going to get that soft and responsive nitrogen-infused cushioning into one seamlessly tuned experience.
And the Glycerin Maxes optimizes airy softness and electrifying responsiveness at every point of every step.
And like I said before, running has always been something that I didn't really enjoy because of the pain and discomfort that went along with it. But after I put these on, I'm not joking. I feel like I can run forever. It helps take the pain away in every single step. They're so comforting. And also, you've got that heel right here. It just gives you that extra little boost of height for confidence when you're walking around at the gym. It just feels really nice.
That's like my favorite part of these shoes
know.
is that the height that it gives you, baby, it's like about 1.5 inches. I love it.
So if you want to check them out, make sure to head over to brooksrunning.com and get yourself a pair of the Glycerin Max.
Exactly. One more time so you don't forget, head over to brooksrunning.com to learn more about the new Glycerin Maxes, baby.
Thank you so much, Brooks Running, for sponsoring this podcast. We love you.
Matt, remember on the last episode we were talking about how the new SpongeBob Krusty Krab like pop up for Wendy's, and I was saying how long the line was going to be. I was like, there's no way. The cult fan base, it's
It looks mad. I saw it
3 hour line
to get a Krusty Krab.
Yo,
3
let's
hour
patty,
and
a Krabby
Matt,
Patty.
everybody listening.
Well, they
was
also made
tagging
it look
me
like
in it.
this.
Did you see the inside of the drive-thru? They made it bikini
It looks like a
bottom.
car
It
wash.
looks so sick.
Why is SpongeBob upside down?
Like that's the drive-through. It
They
looks
did
like
a
bikini
whole
bottom.
thing.
It's really cute.
Looks like Stormy's birthday party.
Don't go.
Why?
I think just like seeing the footage is
My
like,
baby loves SpongeBob.
All right.
He never gets this opportunity.
I like what I like.
okay, go do it. 3 hours though for SpongeBob.
Keith, imagine just like being in there and you put the window down and you're saying every line and that's gonna
You're
make you
go,
feel
go.
windows up. It's just
They're
the worst
like,
experience.
I will say
why do you have to be so crabby? Get the fuck out of my
it did
face.
look like the workers were enjoying it.
Okay.
I feel like they were like, it was a different atmosphere. It was something fun for them to do. It's not like their typical work day. And it looked like they were really leaning into it.
all right. I'll allow it.
I think there's probably auditions for that job. I would work there 100%.
Oh,
Just be
it's
there all day. Oh my God. What a
until
wonderful-
November 3rd.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So
we
like
got
less
time?
than a month, but 3
We
weeks.
got to do it before your trip.
My backpacking trip, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok. You know the guy who created Powerpuff Girls? You know how old he was when he made it?
So
No.
young.
23.
Like, yeah.
No way.
So
23
young.
year old. He's like, what's up? It's like an old video from like the 90s.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't remember his name. His name's like Grant or something with a G. He's like, yeah, I'm 23 years old and I'm making this show called like the Powerpuff Girls. And I'm like, whoa.
I love that.
Animators
That's
are
sick.
like insane. If you're that good and you can make it happen. Yeah, that guy. What's his name? Oh.
And what a wonderful just concept. Just like a doctor, just like putting in spices and shit. And then like 3 girls who are superheroes.
Craig-
He's the dad.
Craig McCracken. But now he's like 53. But yeah, he was like 23 when he made it.
Good.
Oh, wow. Tom Kenny is in it?
Tom
Yeah.
Kane?
Oh, who's the voice of
Kenny.
SpongeBob? And
Wow, he's done
E.G.
so
Daily.
much.
She works out at my gym.
Tara Strong is in like every cartoon.
E.G. Daily was the voice of Tommy Pickles.
Oh.
And Tara Strong does tons of
Don't voice actors make so much more than real actor or
It
not
depends
real
on
actors,
how the success of the cartoon
Yeah.
and the consistency of it, because a show can be on for like 12. The seasons, I think, on cartoons, if it's a
They
successful
run
one,
longer, yeah.
Oh, it's
much
that, and that's
longer.
why they get paid more. It's not like the job is paying more. It's just like how much they're making when the show's out.
Yeah, I mean the budgets like
royalty.
are smaller than actual. They don't have to like build sets and stuff,
Yeah.
and the time you just come in and record your lines and go home.
And sometimes getting more
and
views
they
than
can
the
do
actual.
multiple shows at the same time. It's like a lot more flexible, like work wise.
Yeah. Wow.
And one person can be multiple roles.
Yep.
Should I start taking voice acting lessons?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about that a while ago. I would love to do a voice for something in like the Staten Island mom accent because I'm really good at
yeah,
it.
that would
be a
But
good
I hate
character.
being on camera. It would be the dream
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
position.
perfect. You
like
come in
that's
sweats.
so cool.
You could
Sweats
get,
is
so
you still
cool.
could land a job like that. Like, you remember Tina Belcher, the mom of like Bob's Burgers or whatever?
Yeah.
That guy had a video where he was like, "Come over, we're decorating the tree." Yeah, come over. It was like a viral YouTube video from like 2008. It's like, what, decorating the tree? That's a nice tree. Oh, Ron.
And that from that,
Got him
No
Bob's Burgers and all of
way.
that. And then he does that voice all the time for Tina. Is it not Tina? It's, who's the mom?
I think it is.
I think it's Tina.
No, Tina's the daughter.
Oh, because you would always say Tina.
Linda.
Mariah, I'm gonna find somebody to make you graphic videos, and you just voice over.
Yeah.
You just that's all you post
I
for the next
That's really
for the next
funny.
year.
I went to Warner Brothers and I did like me and my cousin did one of the booths where it was a voiceover for like Harry Potter or something, but
Yeah.
I did it in a Staten Island mom
Oh,
accent
yeah.
and it
Yeah.
It did well, I
pretty
remember.
viral.
It went
It
pretty
went
viral.
viral
Because I went, "Happy Christmas, Ron."
Damn, that was really funny. I remember that video.
But I had a freaking stupid mask on, so it like I look back at the video, I'm like, why did I was in there by myself? I should have just taken it off.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So it like looked better. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't see my mouth moving, which
Yeah.
is the whole point.
And you know what? You know how many directors and producers saw that and they were like, "Oh, I wish if only
wish
we
her
knew who
man-
it was." Oh, you lost everything after that.
What are you wearing?
Wait, yeah, at the Motion Picture Academy Museum, they have like a simulation where you win an Oscar.
What?
I would love to do that.
Oh,
Give it
that's
to you,
good.
and they make like at the crowd all clapping, and you're like up there holding it, and you like give your.
And it
I
gives
would
you the
love
whole-
to do that.
It
Give
gives
a
you
speech.
like a realistic look at it. Like you could just see lights. You could barely see the audience, but they're there. And it's just the spotlights are on you and you're reading your teleprompter.
That's great practice.
Go to bed, kids. I just want to thank my lovely wife.
Daddy
I would
loves
not
you.
be here today. I want to thank the Academy. You like me. You really like me.
Who said, like, what was that?
Sally Fields, I believe, said,
That's such
"You
a
like
fa-
me. You really
But
like me."
that's a Mandela where people thought it was like, you love me.
Oh, I think maybe it's
Wait, I thought it was from The Mask, unless The Mask took that.
They
from
took it
Mask
from
took
that.
it from
Oh
that.
shit! That was the first time I
Oh,
heard it.
maybe that's where it's different because the real quote was like me. The mask did it as love
You love
me.
me.
And like,
Yeah, I think I may
Maybe
even
that
be
was, like,
saying
their
it
You
wrong.
love me. You really love me. Yeah.
When Anne Hathaway got hers, though, she looked at it and she goes, "It came true."
what?
I always think that's like the cringe. Like,
And I wouldn't be up here today.
I saw a really great interview with Kathy Bates recently because Kathy Bates just retired. Do you know who Kathy Bates is?
Yeah.
Legend.
And her mom always gave her a hard
Whose
time.
balls the
Mariah had to look her up.
Shut up.
Her
You said
mom,
legend. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates's mother, died at one point in her life.
She was in
really
The
at the
Office,
height
Bubba.
of her success.
She was Joe in The Office.
Yes,
From
yes,
Florida.
now she knows.
Love
from-
her icon.
All right, anyways.
Legend.
Actual legend.
What happened to her?
So her mother always gave her like a tough time about how she never thanked her in her Oscar speech when she won Best Supporting Actress or Best Actress for Misery. And she's in an interview recently, just now. And she goes, "And you know what? I never thanked her." And the interviewer goes, "No, you did thank your mother." And she goes, "No, I didn't." And he pulls up the video of her acceptance speech. And she does say, like, "I just want to thank my family. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank this." And Kathy Bates's reaction of her realizing that she actually did thank her mom, and she had been carrying this guilt for
Oh,
20
wow.
something
Why didn't she just
years.
look?
Why didn't you just
Because,
watch it back?
she just wanted, I don't know. I guess
Right
when
after
you win
the
an
speech-
Oscar, how often are you
Right,
watching
right after
your...
the speech, she was like, "I never thanked my mom." Oh my god! And she was
Yeah.
like, "I can't watch it. I can't watch it."
And I think her
can't watch it.
mom got it wrong, but the moment of
crazy.
Kathy Bates' reaction, the interviewer just...
That's really
he
cool, though.
clearly did the research and knew that she had this guilt that she never thanked her mom, and then he like looked it up and then replayed it for her.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
terrible.
beautiful moment of her realizing it. But
Oh, I can't wait to watch
it's... Yeah.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, SeatGeek.
Guys, check this out. You guys have used our code so much that SeatGeek wanted to hook you up with a new special offer.
That's right. Everyone who uses our new code Unfiltered15, you're going to get 15% off any tickets on SeatGeek, whether you're a new customer or not.
And the good thing is that concert season is back. Artists like Billie Eilish, Childish Gambino, Sabrina Carpenter, and Post Malone are on tour right now, and you already know that SeatGeek is the best place to get those tickets.
That's right. And no matter how many times you've bought tickets using SeatGeek before, Unfiltered15 is going to get you 15% off your next order no matter what.
So take out your phone, open the SeatGeek app, and add code Unfiltered15 to your account. What are you waiting for, baby? Do it now because this offer is only available for a limited time.
And one more time so you don't forget, that's code Unfiltered15 for 15% off at SeatGeek.
Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you. I saw this TikTok just a couple days ago. It was this girl talking about how she heard gunshots, right? So you know how like here and there we'll always hear something, right? Pop, pop. Every time we think it's fireworks, this girl was like, it was probably fireworks. She watches the footage. She hears boo, boo, sound like gunshots as a viewer listening. She asked her sister who like was in the Marines or in the Army, and she goes, yeah, those are definitely gunshots. And it was like, okay, it sounded like really, really close, like right by the house. And I was like, I'm going to call the police. She calls the police. The police go, yes, we actually got a few calls about the gunshots. We're sending over somebody there now. She's like, okay. She knows that she lives next to, she has a neighbor who's this older man and this like younger girl. And she hears them like fight all the time. Right. So she knows that situation.
Is it like a neighbor that argues, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah. And then the cops go, and then the girl tells the cop does a wellness check at the neighbor's house, knocks on the door, nobody answers, right? And then goes away. And then 30 minutes later, she checks the camera. She sees that the dogs are running around in the front yard of or like her neighbor's house, and sees a girl just scrubbing the front porch.
What?
She replayed the footage.
Yeah, in the footage.
Shooting or after the cops left.
After the cops left.
Oh,
After the
boy.
cops do a wellness check on that house, the girl comes outside of that house, is scrubbing the floor, right? And the girl sees this, and she's like,
That's
I gotta
suspicious.
call the cops. She calls the cops again. The cops do not sound like they are like
Yeah.
interested in coming at all. They're like, yeah. They come, they knock again, and they nobody answers. And it's like, all right, well, there's nothing they can do. First off, I feel like if there's footage, there's an eyewitness of somebody like seeing that someone's at that house was just cleaning in between them coming through. I think isn't that like, don't you have to do something about it at that point?
Yeah.
Because normally if there's no proof that there's anybody at the house, then you can't do anything. But like there is proof that somebody is like not answering.
Wait,
You
Where
can't,
are we
you
at?
can't, you can't do
Still
anything
no?
though. Like if they decide not to
answer
answer,
the-
then they decide not to answer
Yeah, okay.
unless they had like a warrant to enter.
Got it. Okay.
Probable cause.
yeah,
but
okay, yeah,
wait,
that
where are
was-
we
that
at
was
with the
wrong.
story? Is this just where it's at? Oh.
So that was and that was all right. That was like one. So she gives us an update the next day, and she has not seen the guy, right? The guy that lived there, that's the owner of the house. She has not seen him. The next morning, she sees the girl packing boxes on the truck. Boom, 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 and then leaves. And she hasn't seen either of them since.
Oh.
What?
This girl sees all of this happen
She's sharing this on TikTok?
on TikTok. Yeah,
I mean,
and that's the last I've heard about it.
I mean, it's good that she is sharing it though, like just in case, like. But so they
I
did
would-
come to a first wellness check.
Yes.
So
This is like
I
Rear
mean,
Window.
you don't really know, but like, was the guy and girl there during the wellness check?
No. The girl only sees in the camera after the cops do the wellness check, dogs running around the front, and then the girl scrubbing the front porch, and it's at night.
Weird.
I'd go break in.
It's at night. And
Go
Me
full
too.
Disturbia. Like that's
I'd be
what-
in the
Yeah.
window.
I knew she wasn't home, and like you have
you
your
kidding?
ring
Yes.
camera footage on, like of the footage of the house, and you're inside the house, and then you see the car pull up, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
you wouldn't catch me dead posting it live the same day. I would never.
No,
Imagine
it's bold
posting
of
at the
her.
same
It's
time.
Bold of her to like be sharing the videos.
Yeah, no,
but
I would've-
You go in, it just smells like bleach. But then,
Yeah.
what if you like did find something? But then, okay, then legally, what happens to you if you then broke into someone's house and you actually did discover that they killed a body, and then you go tell the cops and you're like, "Listen, I fucking broke into the house, but there's somebody dead." Is that like, where does that happen legally with you? Or they suddenly, okay, well, we have to arrest you, and then
I think no one's stupid enough to do that.
Yeah.
No one's really. If no one's gonna kill somebody and then be like, I broke in the house and I found a dead. Like that is way too risky as a killer to do that. So I feel like if you were to do that, the cops would be like, whoa, okay, there's.
Oh, but you were like, I was genuinely concerned, and I did find out that a
He's
murder
talking
did
about
happen.
the neighbor, not
No,
the person who did it.
I'm talking about the neighbor when she
Oh,
sees the body,
sorry,
the
okay.
truck go away with all the boxes.
Yeah.
And she's thinking,
Get
they're
in there.
gone. I know that window maybe has a loose latch. I should just go in there and see.
She gets
I would.
arrested mid breaking into the window. Cops think it's her that killed the person in there. And
You would probably become an accomplice too, or you become
Yeah.
a suspect if
For
you
sure.
if your prints are
And
in
you're
the
saying
crime scene.
because the cops aren't doing anything about it. Is that what? Like, is that the reason why she would do it, or is this just like just curiosity?
Yeah, it's just out of curiosity, and you're like, I have to see this for myself.
I would be in
Yeah.
there so fast.
I know. I think I
that's
would
so
too.
crazy.
Especially if it was my neighbor.
Question
We-
me. I
I
don't
don't
care.
think where it would be like I was so concerned about my neighbor that I went and checked. I
Yeah.
don't even think if I felt like a problem was going on with my neighbors and I broke into their place
Yeah.
and nothing was wrong, they would be like, I mean, replace the window pane you smashed, but thank you for being so concerned.
Heath and I last night were so nosy.
we had
got
the same across the street situation being nosy. Go ahead,
it
Bubba.
wasn't as bad, but we did get a notification on the Citizens app. We just got into bed. Notification 200 feet away, armed suspect, robbery, blah, blah, blah. Break in, armed resident, something like that.
We literally set
So-
our alarms and we're getting ready to put our phone down, and then across the street notification pops up. We're like,
So we were like, oh shit, this is right across the street. But we have an influencer in our neighborhood that's not directly across the street, but he's the block right next to us, and it could have been that house. So the address was posted. So we looked at the address. We were like, oh shit, that's his house. I was like, let's go for it. We immediately put our shoes on.
we
were
literally
we're
just
let's
got
go.
undressed.
I
We put our
gotta go
clothes
for a
back on.
walk before I get to.
Yeah, I should probably stretch
Should probably
myself.
go for a
Extra
walk.
steps.
That's crazy. Why would you guys go knowing that the armed?
I don't know.
So basically, what it was there was an intruder. Somebody broke into their house, and they heard footsteps. So they were calling the cops, saying, "I have a gun, and somebody's in my house right now."
Oh, they don't know if
this
they had
is
it.
like the heads up.
Oh.
So that was the notification that went off, and then like the 911 dispatch call information, things like that. So
But
we're
all
like,
the
we
other
gotta go.
neighbors were doing stuff on their porch.
Yeah, all of a sudden, everybody in the neighborhood had to go for a
Something
walk.
is-
Someone's setting up Halloween. You know. So.
But
there
there
was-
was like 5 cop cars, I think,
At
out front. So
least.
once I saw the cop cars, I'm like, oh, we're good for the night. And they stayed there. I think there was a couple of them that stayed there all
Yeah,
night.
I don't know what the update is, but yeah, they were all
Yeah.
right outside of their house.
Ooh.
But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Right. Do you have that shit just like on speed, like notification? Like as soon as something happens, no matter where, is just
I paid premium to get the notification before anybody else.
You pay premium.
okay, early
I,
access.
I bought Citizen
he
Premium
did buy it.
so I could hear the full
The
call.
police reports.
I can't stand that you have to
crazy.
pay for that because if
I
it's
know.
something serious and you're like, let me hear the police call so I know what to do. And then it's like,
Do you
That
have a
is
card?
crazy that they charge you to
So
like listen to it
stupid.
like a phone call like that.
it's so dumb.
right?
That's crazy.
Wait, who is the money going to?
The government.
The Citizen app, probably.
No.
Yeah, but who?
Anybody
Think
can
about
listen to
it.
police radio.
Yeah,
you
but-
just got to know the codes.
But like they like the people like the other line, they have all that recorded info and they're gonna just give it to citizens like that.
anybody can listen to police radio. Police scanner, you can buy that like on Amazon and listen to cops.
Oh, okay.
So they're
okay.
just sharing you the stream of the.
They're
police
making sure
radio.
they're on the police scanners, like collecting all the.
But police speak in code, and so it's all like we got a 1004 and a 305, but we're thinking about doing a 607. And you're like, fuck, I gotta look this up and be like, okay, so.
Oh my god!
But that's what my buddy does. He listens to the police calls and
Yeah.
he shows up before they get there.
Oh, he's like Nightcrawler.
Basically,
Yeah, we should do that.
Nightcrawl. Oh yeah.
What does he wear to look
he
official?
wears one of those reflector vests.
And that helps a lot.
And yeah, you just look like you're part of the crew.
Like if I was that girl, right? Like I would not like break into the house or try to figure it out because I just don't think it's really
It's
productive.
also like a scary situation.
Yeah. I would be, my ass would be in that police station, right? I'm like, I'm not leaving. This is what I saw. And if you guys saw what I saw, you'd be doing something about it. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you
Watch it.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
watch this.
Yeah.
You guys came at this time. I saw this 30 minutes later. And then today, she packing her boxes and she left. You tell me that's not suspicious.
It's
You know what I
definitely-
mean?
So maybe they can't really technically do or say anything because there is no missing persons yet. There's no like, I don't know.
You can't be mad when someone wants to do something about it then. You know what I mean?
But she also
'Cause-
doesn't know if that guy is alive or not alive. Right? If there was proof that that guy is dead or whatever, or missing, and they have the video of like the scrubbing, the weird leaving, things like that, then it'd be like, okay, it paints the picture that this is probably
I know.
the reason.
What's the question?
I was saying that my ass would have been at the police station just like at the desk like a fucking Karen
Yeah.
showing them the footage like this happened and then this happened and then this happened the next morning. Like I would be just
I wouldn't be
all
posting
over
it. I wouldn't be posting it on TikTok.
Yeah, that's
I'd
a little-
wait for the whole story to be complete and then
Exactly.
share the story. There's a little bit of immaturity where you're just like, I gotta just share this with the world,
Yeah.
and you're creating this drama.
And what they're doing is they don't realize that if she did have something to do with that dude's death at the house and she saw that, now they know that she left. Now she has time to switch her car. She has time to like make any changes to kind of deflect from like what she did before she left. It's so irresponsible, but yeah, people just want to be the first ones out there with information.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have called my mom. I'd be like, Mom, what do I do?
Yeah.
Mom, you know, my mom would know. She's like, honey, you need to be the first one to post.
Go knock on the door, sweetie. Act like you're a DoorDash driver. Go knock on the door.
the Ring camera footage. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I've got an order here for.
Mariah shows up with like a cake, like a baked cake, fresh baked cake. Hey, I'm giving you a cake. We just had a party last night.
I'm new to the neighborhood.
There's like a microphone under like the plate, like so we
No,
can
oh,
hear.
don't you have a husband that lives here too?
I'm like pushing one of those hotel kitchen carts and heat's underneath. Just go seeing if anybody wants some cookies.
I sneak out underneath and get through the front door while they're like,
I'm in the house. I'm in the house.
God, imagine vlogging that. Oh my god,
it'd be fun.
amazing.
Yeah, you never know. Huh?
Heath, the Nightcrawler.
Oh gosh. Did you see the pipeline in China that exploded kind of near the highway?
Yes.
And it was a sewage pipe
Oh,
that was
my.
full of just fecal matter.
Just
and
everybody's
human waste.
all together.
This is a video of somebody
Imagine.
driving on the highway next to it.
Imagine.
As it happens.
That's
Matt,
so dangerous.
Imagine.
That is that
Ew. We're really gonna bring this up.
that is like imagine people just walking though, because like they're at least protected in a car.
Oh,
That is the most insane thing.
that's like you'd have to get a new car after that.
I would
Like,
burn it.
Yeah,
wouldn't
no,
even-
you
I would-
have to
I would-
everything.
I would drive it into a lake and then hop out.
You know how bad the inside of your car will start smelling if you're driving under that?
every nook and cranny and crevice
It's
is
done.
in fecal matter.
How like
Also, how unsafe is that?
Yeah.
it's just toxins. That's like Chernobyl. Like that's
That
pretty
is an
much
actual worst
a
nightmare.
plant. That's a plant exploding and everybody getting radiated. It's the same thing. Like
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Where was this? This was in Nanning, China.
Matt, just the.
Because there was people definitely that had their sunroof open. Imagine you're just through the sunroof.
Oh no! It was a newly laid sewage pipe. It wasn't even like an old one. It is believed that the rupture occurred while engineers were conducting a pressure test during the installation of the sewage pipes.
There's people on motorcycles that were next to it. The government, the whole United States would have to pay me the biggest check to be okay with living with that.
That's a lawsuit right there, right? Because you don't get hurt, right?
Let's not get too political about it.
But that's great. Like the trouble that I would get in if I threw shit on you, right? I would be in jail.
Yeah, that's considered.
Yeah,
what is that? Like, what crime is
like
that?
A public. It's like a hazard. It's like a public health safety hazard.
I don't know.
No, I mean it's just
you can't throw like bodily.
It's like throwing acid at someone. It's like you're throwing.
Yeah, it's like you're getting exposed to like a massive like toxic waste completely.
I would laugh
what
so
price
hard
would you
if
want?
I was Heath. If that happened, imagine we were all walking, right? We're having the best day. We're all having
we just had brunch,
day.
right? We still got our cups in our hands.
We're in our Sunday's best, right? And we're walking through, and this pipeline goes, and we're all drenched. Everybody's. I would start laughing so fucking hard. I probably couldn't even smell it yet until like we get out of there, and then we start sitting, and we're like, "Oh my god, I'm starting to get sick." Yeah. I would just crack me up
because these people, you're not near a body of water like to jump in to get it off of you. It's sitting on you.
You almost want proof. You really can't like go home and take a shower. So we'd be like, "Hold on." And then we're laughing so hard, we'd be like, guys, we can't be laughing.
I would actually like go live. Like that's a moment where I'd be like, you know what? I'm going Instagram live. Like I am.
You're not going to believe this.
You're not.
But I also wouldn't want to open my mouth and be talking. No, that is a nightmare.
I can't even think about it.
You want to jump in like a body of lake or pool, but you can't because it is filled with shit.
Oh,
wait,
man.
no, this is really crazy the more I'm thinking about it. Bubba.
Raya.
Those trees are going to blossom with all that fertilizer.
Oh, forget it.
It's going to be green in a week.
No casualties or injuries.
I'm surprised.
Like mentally injured.
Like motorcycle, I'm surprised that didn't completely like all that diarrhea just like.
Somebody titled their article Punami.
Honestly, that's amazing.
Come on.
Oh dear.
The intern that wrote that.
Gross video shows Pucano. Like, we're so unserious.
Damn. Our pre-Peacock.
It just depends on how many people were directly like involved, I guess, in it. Because like if it's 50 people, you're probably getting a mil.
Yeah.
If it's hundreds, it's getting a little lower. But what's it? But it's in Chinese. So is it the yuan? No, that's Korea. I forgot what their currency is in China.
It is.
It's the yuan, but I thought that's Korea.
YUAN.
Oh,
is the Chinese
yuan? Yes,
it's the Chinese
you're right.
currency.
But I think in Korea, I think it's WAN or something like that. Yeah, the yuan. Oh boy,
that's a wrap on the year. That would be
That's 2024. Like ended.
I wouldn't go into work for a week. I would need to just.
The thing is that they will let you take off. Like just come up with anything because it's such a rare situation. All that different. There's thousands of different people's whatever they got in their body.
I think I would boil my skin.
Yeah, there's definitely ways.
I want spa treatments like every day. Body scrub, just like full spa.
Yeah,
get it
anything to take care of you. Oh, imagine they have like pop-up spas just everywhere after that incident. Just everyone's just getting
just sprayed down. They send out like the fire department with the big hose.
Yeah, pressure washer immediately. I don't care if it burns my skin. I just need it like.
Or it's like in Monsters Inc. They're like, get him, sterilize him.
Yes,
like,
that's all everywhere.
That's what we need.
Oh yeah, I would have to shave my head too. I feel like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
everything.
Absolutely. Every little part of me that my eyebrows.
Everything.
All of it. Just get it off of me.
Well, yeah, Mariah, we were almost done with the episode until we got to PB Kaki. We almost had one whole episode without PB Kaki.
We didn't mention any planes.
That's good. Wow, we did amazing.
All right. We'll end there.
Right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode. We love you. And also make sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath. We keep these cameras rolling. You get an extended cut version of the podcast. We also do a bonus episode every single month. We do a live Q&A every single month. It's a great time, and it's all at patreon.com/Zane and Heath for $5.
Yes. Also, make sure to check out Accelerated, the best energy drink in the world. Link is going to be in our description box below. So many flavors. Check it out. We also have a peanut butter powder company that you guys should also check out too.
TheFlavoredPBCo.com. Make sure to try the cookies and cream or the fudgy brownie. Those are my two favorites. They're unbelievable. You just add a little bit of water. It reconstitutes. You could have it thicker, a little bit runnier if you want to dip some fruit in it. It is unbelievable. Or you could just take spoonfuls. It's delicious. Again, TheFlavoredPBCo.com.
The link will be in our description box below. We post these episodes every Monday audio form on all the podcast platforms and every Tuesday video form on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Zane and Heath.
All right, Unwinders. We'll see you in a second. And thank you guys again for watching. We love you.
Mwah.
Peace.
Luck.